You are losing money every day if you're not investing. But starting investing without understanding these five principles could cost you thousands. So let's dive into what these five core principles of successful investing are. First is you must know what investing is. So investing is where you take some of the money you have and you use it to buy or create an asset. An asset is something of value that stays in your life, and then that asset grows in value, and that asset can generate income. So now that asset is working for you to create your wealth. Now, what is investing not? Investing is not saving. Saving has a whole different role in your wealth game. It's really important to understand. Investing is not trading. Yes, watch that video to get really clear. You don't get confused by that. Investing is not gambling. Investing is having a solid strategy of knowing that you're buying good quality, wealth generating assets that earn value for you, grow in value, generate income, so that it gets to a point that your investments can pay for your lifestyle. So, first and foremost, know what it is. The second key thing is you've got to know why you want it and what your investing goals are. Yes, if you don't know where you're headed, any old road will do. And this is why so few people ever become financially free, why so few people are ever able to retire and live the life they want, because there's so much confusion around this, including knowing what specifically they want. Just saying, I'm wanting more money or I want to be able to stop working isn't enough. You need to know what is the value of those assets, those investments you need, so that one day you can stop working and have your assets pay for your lifestyle. So that is the goal of your investing. This is super important. And in the free training I have for you on how to be a successful and safe investor, I go deeper into really determining what your unique freedom number is, which is knowing what is the cost of your lifestyle and what is the value of the assets that can then pay for that, so you can choose to stop working if you want to. What's really important to know is if you have no assets, you can never be free. And if you never have assets working for you, you can never stop working. So that is principle number two. Know why you're investing and how much you need. The third point is you must commit to consistent, regular investing. Consistent, regular investing in a proven strategy is how you create real sustainable wealth. And this is also what makes successful investing. It is the opposite of the octopus on roller skates, that bright, shiny object syndrome, which so many people are chasing money, chasing that get rich quick scheme. And that is what keeps them poor. That is not being a good, successful investor. Successful investor is committing to a fixed amount of money that is used to invest into solid assets, and they do this over and over and over. Consistency is the number one success principle in every aspect of life, and it applies to investing as well. But how much should you be investing? You should be aiming to invest a minimum of 10% of all of the money that comes into your life income. You should be aiming to get at least 10% of your pre-tax income going into paying yourself first, buying you assets that can then pay your freedom. Now, when you work out your freedom number, you might go, wow, that's huge. But here's the thing. You've got to plant the seed, but actually your assets will create most of the money you need in order to be free. So the rule of thumb is a minimum of 10%. And the more you can put into creating assets for you, the faster you're going to get to living your juicy life and having that freedom that you want. So this brings me to the fourth principle, using compounding for you, not against you. Compounding is one of the most misunderstood principles, and most people have compounding working against them in the form of consumer debt, spiraling them further and further into poverty, rather than understanding, wow, they can use compounding for them. So very simply put, compounding is when you buy an asset or you create an asset. That asset now creates value, it grows in value or it generates income. That gets reinvested. Yes, you leave that money to keep working for you. Now that money earns more money, and so you have the snowball effect. But the key thing is, refer to principle number three, you have to start that seed. That seed money has to come from you. Now, once that money is in, you've invested, now your investments start using this principle of compounding to grow and grow and grow. And the most extraordinary and astonishing thing is 90% of your investment worth that is created by the point that you can stop working and feed off your assets will have been created by compounding, will have been created by your assets. But only if you've planted the seed, only if you started that ball going. Now, it's such a difficult concept to understand, but just simply put, if I say to you, would you like $1 million today, cash in your hand, or for the next 30 days, would you like me to give you a penny on day one, then double that every day? So on day 2, you get 2 pennies. On day 3, you get 4 pennies. Which would you choose? Now, I've spoken to audiences of thousands all over the world, the TV shows, and over I'll ask this question. And most people will say, hey, Anne, I want that million in my pocket today. Because we don't really understand this powerful logarithmic compounding power. And most people want that instant gratification. But when you can get these principles you've already put in place, regular, consistent investing, allowing compounding to work. In this scenario, if you had chosen the penny a day, doubling a day, by day 30, you would have over 5 million in your pocket. In fact, you would have $5,368,709 in your pocket. Wow, that's huge just from that penny. But what's super powerful today is you only hit the million at about day 27, because this is the power of compounding. You need to allow your assets to grow and work. You need to let time come into play for you. Which brings me to principle number 5. Follow a proven strategy and let time do its work. Really important. That leaping around, following the latest, suggested strategy over there and leaping between different assets, crypto one day, AI the next, and online business. All of these things can have a role in your wealth plan, but have a plan. And then in your investing, follow a proven, consistent strategy, and starting with your equity investing is the solid, most robust way for you to get your wealth life happening and get assets working for you. And I take much deeper in that free training, How to Be a Successful Investor. And you can find all the details and the link to that in the description below. Now, often people say to me, Anne, when should I start investing? Well, 20 years ago. That is when we should all start investing, because you want those assets growing for you, working for you. We've got to chance that ticker. But so far, I haven't found a time machine. So the second best time is to start right now. Not when you've cleared your debts, not when the kids have left home, right now. And I've got other videos that also show you how to do that small amounts of money and get it going. So the most important thing, yes, investing is how you create your freedom. Get going and let's make this happen.